Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Body game empowers a man. And this ain't about the aesthetics. Yeah, I've always, especially in my car videos, I talk about the aesthetics and, women liking muscles. And this ain't about the health part either. This is just about being a man, just being able to do. See, just the very nature of masculine energy means you have to take action. You have to take action. You have to do something. The very nature of masculine energy, it wants a job. It wants to do something. It don't want to sit around. This is a very important consideration. Body game actually empowers the man to be able to do. You have to physically be able to do stuff. Let's be real. Yeah, in this world, we got some people, they just making money, just sitting on the computer and all of that. Hey, that's cool. Let's just be real though. The vast majority of people, vast majority out here are working class. Vast majority of people need to physically do something. Even if it's like truck driving, you still gotta physically move that truck around. If you're working in retail or something like that, restaurant, whatever. If you work in construction, that's definitely physical. You have to be able to do something and everything. Shoot, even in some white collar professions, you have to do something. What if you're a doctor? You ain't just sitting on your ass. Shoot, you moving around. Shoot, you might have to pick up somebody. You got some men out here, some nurses, some male nurses and stuff. They know they gotta physically pick up maybe a patient or something. They gotta move them around. You gotta be strong to do stuff. If you're a fireman or a police officer, you definitely gotta be in physical shape. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts. You're a fireman, shoot, you might have to pick up somebody out of a burning building. You can't be messing around. A police officer, you definitely gotta be physical. You're gonna be running. You might have to physically fight someone. Shoot, you can't be out of shape. You can't, I don't care what it is. You need to be in that physical shape. I gave you an example with me, it's just a small, because y'all know I've had 1,000 jobs. The last full-time job I was working on was retail. And I called it my day job because I had my publishing business too. But, and as I stated on my money channel several times, there's no shame if you got a business and you working another job. That's normal, actually. That's normal. Anybody say they just went from working right into some full-time job, that's gonna be rare. I mean, full-time business where they making all the money. Shoot, that's rare. So, for a while, and then on that job, retail, I was a merchandiser. I was physically moving around stuff. Sometimes I helped empty the truck and stuff. In fact, I was out working young men and shit and stuff. They like, man, despite your age, you out working us. You had to. In fact, I had to be on my feet all day. Only time I got to sit down was when, for a break. And even then I wasn't sitting down and everything. So, but the thing was, I had to physically be able to do that. And it's empowering. I mean, like I said, just getting a job. Most jobs out here, you gotta move around. Even what I'm doing now, okay, I'm sitting here filming this. And then I'll be sitting at the, laptop editing and everything. Okay, you still have to have energy to do that. You still gotta be in good shape to do that. Because you gotta sit up. You have to be paying attention. Because trust me, if you on some low energy stuff, even sitting down, you can't do stuff because you're gonna fall asleep. You're gonna be sluggish, every man, see, men are built for that. We built to be warriors. We're built to be builders. We're built to be hunters and stuff. All this technology ain't making a difference. Some people might think it does, but it's like I said, how many people really just on the computer? And then even for some people, some men have actually said, well, it's all metaverse now. Well, who building the houses, motherfucker? Who's gonna pave the streets? Who's gonna actually go get the food out? We ain't fully automated like that we can just be lazy about. Let's just be real, especially men. Let's just be real. The overwhelming majority of men shoot, I have to do something physical. And then if you have problems doing something physical, you have a problem. Shoot, even like some federal law enforcement agencies, I mentioned this before, like something like FBI, you gotta be in physical shape to do that work. And ironically, ain't like it's on TV, they all out, they'll tell you, shoot, they do a lot of paperwork, but they still gotta be in physical shape, you know? You gotta be, if you have a home, you gotta physically do stuff. You might think, well, I'm making so much money, I have somebody paying, I have all this. Yeah, okay. But the majority of men, they gotta keep it fixed up around there. You know? You gotta be able to move out here. Shoot, are you so rich you can't go buy your own food? You might have to stand up for a while just getting your own food. You know? And notice, I said I ain't even bringing in like the attracting women part, because this is about you. This is about you. Because a lot of men, if they can't move around, a lot of times they can't do the extra and stuff. They can't do the extra, they can't do the hustle. Like I said, I had 1,000 jobs. Because even when I had my publishing business, even when I was merchandising and stuff, retail, I was still doing some vending and stuff. And anybody who does vending, they know, if you want to look, this is a lesson. This is kind of sneaking in some of my money matter stuff. If you're doing vending, you got a table set up. The best way to do it is not just to sit there. I see a lot of people, they just sit there vending, right? I had to stand up. Because if you standing up around your table and stuff, first of all, they see you better. That draws people better, especially if you dress nice, you have an approachable attitude and everything. You standing up, that draws people over. I know, because you be like, hey, how you doing? Hey, come check out what I got. You know, I'll be moving around. Shoot. And I remember at one vending show, I'd make a sale, and I started moving. I started grooving. Somebody's like, oh, Ron, what's that? It's like, it's drawing people to you. All of a sudden, they say, hey, what's up? He's having fun over there and stuff. Yeah, check out my Money Matters channel. I drop some gems on there. I drop some gems. But in order to do that, even though to stand up, you're talking at an 8-hour vending show. To stand up most of the day, only time I really sat down was either when I was signing a book or when I was just eating. Which ironically, you know, I always tell the story about the buffalo wings. I would get more people at my table when I'm just trying to eat and not be bothered. Oh man, like I said, this is part of a Money Matters thing. But you still have to move around. And then it gives you that vitality. You feel like you can do something. Seriously, you feel like you can go out. You feel like you can go get that money. Because even like just getting that money, you gotta have that hustle mindset. You can't have it if you can't barely move around. Seriously, you can't have that. Shoot, you gotta be able to get up and go get it. You gotta go hunt for that money, you know? You gotta go hunt for that money and everything. And you can't do it just sitting around. That's why even if you have, you know what, I would say this, even if you have an office job, you get to sit there or you at home working, that's when you really need to work out because it's all energy. You gotta use it. You gotta use it. That's the whole thing and everything. And it empowers you because the better shape that you feel like you're in, and let me get into that psychological aspect real quick, but just to complete that statement, the better shape you feel like you in, the better you feel like you can go out. And then the psychological part is that you just feel better about yourself. Think about it. Think about the power you feel if you know you can physically defend yourself. Think about the power you feel, you know, if you have to get a job, boom. Like the physical shape I'm in now. And I actually thought about maybe working in a warehouse just part-time and everything. I actually thought about it. Now I make plenty of money just doing this, but just to stay active and everything. And plus learn the business. Now I'm always, like I said, this is part of Money Matters. You know, check out my Money Matters channel and everything. All right. And I'll put a link for it in the description box. But you know, just to stay active, stay moving and everything. You know, stay on your feet. Shoot, even when I'm like 90 years old or something, when I'm 90 years old, you know, my vision is to have like a bookstore and everything where I'm just dispensing wisdom. I'll probably be on my feet putting the books up and everything, You know, you got to have that. That's the nature of man to move, you know? So just body game, you just energizing yourself. You know, yeah, it's definitely great. The aesthetics and all of that can, you know, draw a woman's attention at the very least. But you also doing it to energize. And yeah, definitely the health part, but you doing it to energize yourself so you can go out, be a man and conquer. You know? Because it gives you, even just psychologically, the mindset to do something. So body game empowers you, all right? So that's all I have for today, y'all. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.